In a quiet town where most people lived predictable lives, there was a young man named Ethan. The streets were familiar, the routines were repetitive, and expectations were low. People believed life followed a simple rule: stay in your lane, don't aim too high, and be grateful for whatever comes your way. Ethan grew up in a small, worn-down house. The roof leaked during heavy rain, and the heater barely worked in winter. His father worked long night shifts as a security guard. His mother took sewing jobs from neighbors to help pay the bills. Money was always tight. Stress was constant. From an early age, Ethan heard the same advice again and again. Be realistic. Big dreams are risky. Just get a stable job. Most people accepted that advice without question. But Ethan couldn't. Every evening, Ethan climbed to the roof of his house and looked toward the distant city skyline. The lights meant more than buildings and traffic. They meant possibility. He didn't know exactly where his path would lead, but he knew one thing for sure. He didn't want his life to be defined by limitation. One afternoon at school, a guest speaker came to talk about success. Ethan sat quietly in the back row, feeling unnoticed. The speaker shared stories of failure, risk, and growth. Then he said something that changed everything. Hard work alone won't change your life. Your life changes the moment you start thinking bigger than your circumstances. That sentence stayed with Ethan. That night, he couldn't sleep. The words echoed in his mind. He realized something uncomfortable, yet powerful. He had been working hard, but dreaming small. He studied only to pass. He worked only to survive. He had never allowed himself to imagine what he could truly become. From that moment, Ethan made a decision. He wouldn't change his situation overnight, but he would change his mindset immediately. Instead of asking, "How do I get through today?" he started asking, "Where do I want to be 5 years from now?" Instead of thinking, "I can't afford this," he asked, "How can I create value so I can?" He began reading personal development books, biographies, business stories. Some ideas felt impossible. Some words were hard to understand. But Ethan didn't quit. He read slowly, consistently, with purpose. After school, Ethan worked at a small food stand. While doing routine tasks, he observed people, what they valued, why they chose one place over another. He wasn't just earning money, he was training his mind. Late at night, when the house was quiet, Ethan wrote in a notebook he called "My Big Life." Not complaints, not excuses, only vision. I will build something meaningful. I will create security for my family. I will design my own future. Time passed. Then life tested him. His father fell seriously ill. Medical bills piled up. Family members urged Ethan to quit school and work full-time. Friends chose safer paths, comfort over uncertainty. There were nights when Ethan stared at his notebook and wondered if thinking big was only for people with advantages. But every time doubt whispered, Ethan reminded himself, thinking small keeps you stuck. Thinking big forces you to grow. He finished school and learned basic digital skills. With borrowed money, he bought an old laptop. Slow, noisy, unreliable. But to Ethan, it was a gateway to opportunity. He taught himself online, free tutorials, free courses, endless learning. While others used the internet to escape reality, Ethan used it to build a future. Slowly, one client became two became 10. Instead of spending on comfort, Ethan reinvested everything. He improved his skills, refined his work, planned long-term. People told him, "Don't overthink it, just play it safe." But Ethan understood a truth most people never realize. Your income will never outgrow your mindset. Years later, Ethan opened a small digital services company. It wasn't impressive, but it was intentional. Challenges didn't stop. Deals fell through, money ran out more than once. But Ethan had changed permanently. He no longer thought like someone trying to survive. He thought like someone building something bigger than himself. Today, Ethan leads a successful company. He employs people from backgrounds like his own. His parents live without fear. And the same town that once underestimated him now tells his story. One evening, Ethan returned to the rooftop where it all began. The city lights still glowed, but now they felt reachable. He opened his old notebook. Many dreams were crossed out, achieved. He whispered, "Nothing changed the day I made money. Everything changed the day I started thinking bigger." If you're listening and feeling stuck, if life feels heavy, if your surroundings tell you to stay small, remember this. Your past doesn't define you. Your mindset does. Think bigger than your fear. Think bigger than your current situation. Think bigger than what anyone expects of you. Because the moment you allow yourself to think big, your life begins to expand. Your future is waiting. Start thinking bigger today.